Hello, welcome back everybody to beautiful Long Beach, California and Long Beach Lawn Bowling Club for the 2027 World Bowls Americas qualifying tournament. We'll be next showing the men's singles match. Round 5 between Argentina and Jamaica. We'll be starting at the top of the hour. The trials are all done for these guys. They're just waiting for the bell. So, set the stage in case this is your first time watching. We've been broadcasting all week long. This is our next to last broadcast and the last one for the day. So based on 2023 performances in World Bowls, the top 12 nations qualified for 2027 World Bowls. All the other nations that didn't qualify have to play a qualifying regional tournament. So our region is the Americas, consisting of Canada, Argentina, Brazil, Jamaica, and the United States. So for the singles, Canada already had qualified for the men's singles, but the other 4 countries that I mentioned are here with a representative doing a double round robin to determine who and which country is going to qualify for World Bowls next year. And currently, the United States, Bill Brault representing the United States, has gone a perfect 4-0. All the other nations' representative has at least lost 1. So there's a very good chance that this last match should decide it. If Bill Brault wins, then I think for the U.S. playing Brazil, then I think that will automatically qualify the United States for the singles. But we haven't had a chance to show a Jamaica game, so we're going to show Jamaica. Robert Simpson for Jamaica against Ricardo Rubinat from Argentina. Ricardo gave Bill a good match in this previous in the round 4 game. So I'm not sure all the other results. They hadn't posted them yet to see how the Jamaica-Brazil game goes. So right now we're doing singles and 4s in this section of time. So there'll be some other matches that we'll keep you abreast of. I think we have the women's 4s between the United States and Brazil. We have the men's 4s between Canada and Brazil. We have the other men's singles match between the U.S. and Brazil, which I mentioned, and then this men's singles match between Argentina and Jamaica.
Current stats are all disciplines are still up for grabs, really. And we didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh, there's that. Who are we? I'm Scott, Bowls USA Hall of Fame member Scott Roberts. Oh, I still have Melanie on here. Let's get rid of that. I get back with Jackie Hogan. I'm going to correct that now.
I'm back.
Jackie Hogan's back.
Jackie's back on the mic. I'm the Southwest Division counselor for Bowls USA. And last game I was out practicing some marking skills. We have the ITOs here, and they're training some of us in the States how to be a proper marker. So watch out. I'm dangerous.
There we go. Scott Roberts, Jackie Hogan.
There we
credit
go.
there, Jackie. There we go. All right, we're all set. All right, the bell is rung. This one's underway, as the Gorilla Monsoon used to say. We have a first bowl. This is Robert Simpson from Jamaica. His first bowl is about a yard through. And now Ricardo Rubinat. And Ricky's first coming up. A bit short here. The format for singles is 21 up. The first player to get 21 points will win, regardless of whether it takes 6 ends or 60 ends. A little short by Ricardo. Robert's going to try and slide underneath here. And a little heavy there. Let's see. Ricardo have a nice correction here. A couple yards. And yep, he's done it. We're going to get one of our professional ITOs to describe. Okay. Green. It should be Argentina's color. Let's make sure but that's what it is. Yep, that's what I got on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
All right, Robert's a little short there. Ricardo doesn't want to do much different here. Wide open, just wants to leave that one alone. Pretty wide open head here, a lot of room. A lot of room for Robert. A little unlucky. Got a piece of the jack as it's sliding by, but having them hit it right to Ricky's bowl. You can see it there from that angle. So it's one for Ricky from Argentina at the moment. He's still got one more bowl to go. There is a 2 hour and 15-minute time limit.
End time would be 5:15.
Ricky's trying to go to the safe hand here. It's not far away. That's a little short. All right, for Ricky for Argentina is going to get one here at the first. One nothing. See what we got in the comments while we're doing it. Tim's back on. So good afternoon. Wind was nice and calm when we had our break, and now that's picked up. Now all of a sudden we're windy again, and it's almost like every camera is starting to jam up on us. I think we might be back. Let's see if I can get Tim's thing. There we go. Now we're all in. I like the picture with the metal Tim, by the way. That's well done. All right, Ricky's getting ready to roll. Personally, with calling it, having called quite a few matches, I find singles to be a little bit vanilla. You don't have usually quite as many interesting heads. You have fewer bowls. It's pretty heavy. So you can see a lot of shot making. Like you pretty much have multiple in a fours game and a couple in a pairs game. And Robert's first with lots of room to draw here. He'll be holding, maybe use an opener. And maybe 2 feet behind. Ricky's first. It's still a little heavy. So from this view, the wind is blowing from left to right for the players. Robert's next. Doesn't want to do much different here. Probably the same bowl. We'd probably pretty good. Don't want to overcorrect and leave one short. Coming in nicely. And just shy, just passing the jack. Jamaica holding 2. Short by Ricky, kind of fighting it a little bit on this end. wonder if Robert's just going to keep playing that same hand. He's played two good ones. He does have that bowl. But he's not really worried about it being in his line. He's just going to draw right around and keep staying in rhythm. Yep, another nice bowl there. That's 3. And Ricky doesn't have anything within 3 yards here, so be a good time to get something in. Ricky's got that little up on his toes right before he gets into like the launch position.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a better ball here.
Might have cut out a couple.
Trying to get a view. It's like everything's stopped a little bit. A little latency issue with the network here. Hamster's getting tired with the internet. It's like everything's frozen.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to get a camera view if I can for everybody, but we'll just have to go with the audio for now. Looks like Ricky got a second shot. Let's see what the final is. There we go. Now we're back. Definitely points for Jamaica here. Just a question of how many.
It's just one.
Just one. Good nice bowl by Ricky. Cut it to 1.
We have a marker showing us what the score is, so we shouldn't get anything wrong this time. Not that we have, ever. I'll also be giving scores for the rest of the games going on the green this afternoon. There should be some good games across the field here.
Bit of a medium length here. Really kind of having some latency problems, so I'm sorry about the jumpiness with the video. It's a couple yards behind. Ricky, maybe about 4 feet short. ITO just keeps everything in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
What pockets?
No,
Just a scorecard, I guess.
Yeah, he's got his paddle and his chalk. Always at the ready. That's what we were taught.
They're always ready to know what the count is in case you get asked.
The other thing we're supposed to do is after 2 holes by each bowler, you're supposed to give them the paddles, give them the correct score.
Ricky a little short again, but still holding. Gosh, well, trying to get the view for you, but everything's kind of sticking up. But Robert has a good bowl here. Trying to just kind of jump around and see if I can get any camera that'll show. There we go. That kind of stuck in there. Trying to kind of dislodge it. Didn't succeed. Jamaica's holding 1 at the moment. kinds of room to draw here. I would say all kinds of room, but all kinds of room to get second shot for sure. He is holding one. He just needs to get within a yard, 4 feet to get a second. That's frozen too. Slide by these balls, not didn't quite do it. And Ricky's got one more. And again, we're having a little bit of network latency problems here right now. To try and correct that other than shut it all down and restart it. And we really don't want to do that. Just trying to win through the rest of this game here if we can. Get that over his shoulder from Ricky here as he's down one. Trying to slide it in underneath. And it just slides by. All right, so one more for Jamaica. Go up 2-1. Playing at 21. A little bit loose on the heads here to start. They say, "Vamos Argentina, vamos de aquí." With a 2-1 lead. So I know Bill Brawl looking to close out this tournament and qualify for singles for World Bowls. He's up 6-0 so far over Brazil. And the other singles match, which is right next door to this one.
Women's singles with Argentina and Jamaica. Argentina's up 0. And there's men's fours game, Brazil and Canada. Canada's up 2-0 over Brazil. Oh, and the women's fours, Brazil and the U.S. U.S. is up 2-0.
Not a bad opener there by Robert, just a little less than a yard behind. Our internet's very slow. It's really struggling with everything. Just did a speed test and it said slow.
Just slow.
Yeah, it's about a third of what it should be right now for whatever reason.
Wow.
A little touch on the jack by Ricky, but fortunately went right to Roberts. Might be 2 now. It's a pretty good ball by Ricky here. Just second shot though. Jamaica holding one. little short. Time for Ricky to get one in here. Decent weight, just kind of came a little narrow. We could have used a couple more feet.
Tim wants to know what the green speeds are. We recalculated at noon, and they were up to 13.
Yeah, it was about 12 when we first started this morning, and then they measured it when we were on the lunch break, and they said it was 13 at that time. And again, from this picture, the wind is primarily blowing. It's a moderate for what it's been, and it's blowing from left to right. Here's Robert from Jamaica, holding one, looking to draw a second. A bad ball here. Yeah, that's well done. It's 2 now. Next door, Brazil has gone on the board. US 6, Brazil 1. All right, Ricky looking to get a cut into this a bit.
He's close. Oh.
A little narrow there.
Yeah, I went to that.
All right. So it should be 2 for Jamaica.
Yes.
So that'll make it 4-1. With it being singles and we're having a latency issue kind of up and down, I'm going to try and take away a couple cameras to try and help the situation. So I'll leave it to Jackie for a minute.
Okay. Let's talk about this clock.
Sing the praises of Scott Roberts.
We can talk about Scott. We have a profile here. Scott Roberts was selected for our Hall of Fame. Well, wait, he's back. We can talk about him now. So, Robert has one size gap.
All right. I killed 2 cameras in hopes that we can help with our bandwidth issues. Let's see, hopefully that can get us through and we can limp through this match here. Jamaica holding 2. And a 4-1 lead. A little short there. Again, with fewer people, then hopefully we're not going to use the side cameras. We can just stick with the ones behind the head. Hopefully that'll be enough for everybody to get the idea. Sorry about that, but I'd rather have fewer devices and get you this view than no view and skippy. Jamaica kind of a little loose there. Unless he's thinking he needs to come in the back. I don't think so. I think Ricky's going to be attacking this. Should really just be drawing. Anything within a yard should get him shot here. Just steady. There's currently 2 for Jamaica. A third here. Not far off. Short. Might still be 3. Intervals Jamaica. No, you haven't missed Jamaica. You're watching it right now. There you go.
Singles match. Yes, for Jamaica. And Jamaica is ahead.
Ask and ye shall receive.
4-1, Andrew.
I don't know if it's 2 or 3 right now, but definitely Jamaica holding here.
We have a report from our field technician, Boyd Booker, saying killing the cameras worked.
The what?
Killing the camera worked.
Well, we'll see if it holds. Try to disconnect everything else. Ricky, a little unfortunate, a little heavy. I mean, you don't want to be short there, but he's blown it all the way through. So Jamaica's going to get at least a couple here. Perhaps 3. They're eyeballing this third one. With a fine ITO marker here. He seems convinced. He seems to know what it is.
The marker.
Looking at the third one. Two is the count. So it's 6-1. You met these fine gentlemen, did you not? Did you know the name of our marker here that we have? Our RTO man?
Oh, our marker in this game is Hugh, and I thought he was from Ireland, but he's actually from Wales.
Hugh from Wales. Thank
Yes.
you. Thanks for coming out, Hugh. Hope you've enjoyed your time in the U.S. All right, well, Robert from Jamaica has won 4 ends in a row to extend this to 6-1 here. And Brazil in the next game over, I made a nice draw in the last. I think Bill was holding 4, and then with his last ball, it drew shots, so he's cut into the lead. It's 7-2 now. U.S. versus Brazil. U.S. up 7, Brazil 2.
The women's 4s at the far end. Looks like U.S. is up 6-0 over Brazil. The women's singles, Argentina and Jamaica. Jamaica's up. No, Argentina's up 8-2.
Pretty nice opener there. Robert just a couple of feet short and dead on line. Ricky needs to find his farm quickly, or this thing's going to be over quickly. through. Now Robert, a little unlucky there. Don't know if it fell in for a shot. Might have. Based on the angle, I don't know. Yeah, he did get it. That was blue.
Blue was Jamaica.
Yep. So, a little heavier, I think, than he wanted. Managed to drag it almost all the way over to where Ricky's ball is. Ricky can now play this nice and positive. Trying to get to the jack or to his opponent's bowl would be good here.
This looks good.
Yeah, it's a nice bowl there. Again, that's a mistake when you have the jack movement. Then you just, your opponent can just go ahead and just play almost the same shot they had before. And now Ricky's done that and is now taking the shot, so he's holding one. And Robert, I think, should be playing the other hand, but he's sticking with the same hand he has. Pretty good bowl here. It's a nice effort. A little short. Well, he set it up nicely. He wants to play the other hand next time. Really, I think he should have played it on that one. They could have played a jack or bull shot through on his forehand. He's going to play the forehand. Probably use that red bowl as anything as like a wing bowl and just kind of come off it and come into the head. Drop in underneath. It's a little short. It's going to saunter down after it. Nope.
Let's saunter.
Slow,
Let's saunter.
slow, deliberate walk. We call it a saunter. It's not a trot.
No.
It's definitely not trotting.
That's what Ann was doing the other day.
Yeah. Pam has a suggestion. Probably not fit for air. I don't know. Yeah. Now I kind of see it. It does have a little bit of a Mr. Bean quality. Yeah. I see the Rowan Atkinson. Not in the look, but in the, like the heel toe.
It's a stride.
Yeah, the very exaggerated, deliberate walk. Yeah. All right. Let's see if Robert can kind of get one in here. He really should be pressing. I mean, you're down, you got to be up. There's no point in being 2 yards short here. Really should have been. You came up to look at the head, and then you end up 2 yards short. And you really, but just like, what is he going to do and execute it? Yeah, it really should have been more of a weighted shot, I think. I mean, he runs the risk of going 2 down, but if he flicks the jack to the right, but I think he should have been attacking that shot and bowl a little bit. And they could have sat, and maybe he comes across and gets jack movement. As it is, Ricky's got one now. He's going to go the other way smartly. Try and dive underneath. He's got a chance to drag for 3 here. If he can get this just right.
Excuse me, it's close.
I think it was just too high. It was just too high. You need to be under the red bull, I think, with that. But it should be just one but Ricky from Argentina will get on the board again. But it should just be one. They're going to measure the second one, I guess. So we'll wait.
What was the original one? We thought early in the end that the red was holding that between those two.
In the meantime, next door, it's USA 7, Brazil 3 in the men's singles.
Let's see, Canada, Brazil in men's fours. We have Canada up 6-1. What else do we have? Women's fours, Brazil, US is 6-0.
Nope.
Oh, Brazil just
10-0 looks like.
10. Oh, they just scored it. So U.S. is over Brazil 10-0
Wow.
in the fourth round.
I saw it just Bill just drive and like a very heavy shot through the head and picked up the jack clean and drove it all the way to the ditch for a shot. They're waiting.
Oh, wow. Brazil must have been only.
Still waiting for, yeah, just one. One for Argentina, 6-2 now. They must have told John to show the paddle as he's coming around, because
Yeah,
it's like he's on parade.
they've corrected him.
Appreciated.
All he needs is the pageant wave.
Yes. That's basically it.
All right, Ricky, after losing 4 ends in a row, I think he'd maybe want to do something different with the map, but he's sticking with the strength here. It's off to a pretty good start. Dragging the jack. Great first bowl. Great first bowl.
So there's actually a ladies singles going on too between Argentina and Jamaica. And in that game, Argentina's ahead 10-2.
Nice effort by Robert from Jamaica. He could really be playing either hand. The other hand might be a little bit better for him, but he might like this hand, so he opted for it and was trying to take a stab. Ricky's opens the door for Ricky to just kind of try and do it again. Not bad to be finishing behind. So Robert's trying to stick with this hand. And then he can use that blue bowl as a wing bowl to come off of, and that would be the upside of coming this way. With the position it is. A solid second, but it should still be one for Argentina at the moment, as you can see. That's what Hugh had said. Ricky trying to get back to his first one here. A little short in this one. Multiple yards short, unfortunately. Good one for Robert to come all the way up and in. Sliding underneath that bowl, but I don't think it's going to really have to bounce off his own. Just kind of hit there. I think it's still going to be one for Argentina at the moment. Looking to get a second in here. He's just kind of hung it out a bit. Well, interesting choice here now. I think he's got the last bowl. If he feels aggressive, he could take that ball out, and he's got 2 seconds. He's got everything on the right side of the green. He sticks with playing the hand he was playing, just a little more forceful. He can drag the jack for a couple. Just sliding underneath the front blue bowl, coming to the other blue bowl and pushing it out, or sliding underneath and flipping the jack over for 2 or carrying it for 3. played that hand 3 times now, so. Yeah, this is a little more forceful, as it should be. Trying to target that bowl. Oh, just slid by. Nice effort. It's the right idea, I think. Still going to be one more for Ricky in Argentina. It'll be 6-3. Next door, Bill Bro for the USA has just picked up 3. So it should be 11-3 now. So he's looking to get to 21, just like in this game, playing to 21. I think if Bill gets to 21, that should be enough to get him through, qualify the U.S. for singles at World Bowls, and get 10 more points. All right, we're 6-3. Jamaica leading. Ricky's gotten 2 wins in a row. Pretty good opener here. That's pretty nice, maybe a 1.5 short. Stick with his backhand. His forehand would have been a better play here. Make sure he gets around it, but he must like it. Pretty good bowl there. Just kind of sailed by. See, the problem with playing that hand with you saw the line that goes right. Even if he's over and right in line, he's probably hitting Ricky's and pushing it closer. Where he should be playing the other hand with his line. Because I don't think his bowl is going to turn enough on that hand. I mean, that looked like almost the exact line to come right into that bowl into the jack. So I think it'd have been better served to play the other way. Maybe a little short there. Let's see if it changes over. Yeah, he has this time. That's good. That's where he doesn't have an earpiece. Good way, just kind of missed his line. So Argentina still holding 1. Ricky's out to the switch hands as well. He's trying to come on in here. It's not far away. Is it going to stop? Just might have drifted by. It's hard to hold back up. It's just one still. I'm just going to try again in a very good weight. Just needs to tighten it down a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't able to do it. Again, decent weight. It just needs to come down a little bit. Ricky holding 1. He's got good position behind. Going to stick with his forehand. Let's see if we can drag that jack. Just needs to be inside it. Tapped the Jamaica ball closer, but I don't think close enough to take a shot. Go ball for the USA, picks up another one. He was holding 3, but Brazilian was able to cut it down with his last ball. But still 12-3. It was 9 away. What's Robert going to do this time? Is he going to try and switch hands? He was thinking himself. He's played that. He's looking at switching hands. Yeah, he's tried the other hand, his forehand, and hasn't had good luck. I wonder if he's going to come with weight on his backhand, just try and drive the shot ball out. Try and see if he can get Jack over to his. The danger is this, where he pushes his too far away. I don't think he's done any damage. I think it's still just one for Argentina. Yeah. So third end in a row for Ricky for Argentina. It's cutting it to 6-4 now. Playing at 21 points. Ricky's really uncorked this one. I think it'll be at the 2 meter in the ditch. It's very close. Ooh, saved by the plinth. So that'll go out to the 2 meter mark. Again, if you're just joining us, we have 2 meter marks that are marked by a T. So we'll call it the T or the 2 meter mark. And Jack rolls past him and you're sending it, goes to the T. Then afterwards, just kind of have a baseline for the game. So this is going to be just off of our camera view. But again, also if you're just joining us, the 2 cameras you see on the side were causing latency issues. And we were having a little skip problem, so I took those cameras out of play and just stuck with these 2. So we're just going to have to do our best to make it with audio here.
I'm trying to do double duty, keeping the live scoring up online. Can't see the scoreboard across the
Canada is up 8-1 in the fours match for the men. Both guys are about at least a yard short here.
There's also a change in the winds. US 13.
Ricky a little heavy with that one coming through and tipped the bull. Nobody's really close. Nobody's within 5 feet of the jack here. Robert's going to try again, see if he can make the correction here. Just need to slide under this one. That one a little closer, so it's going to be still 1 for Argentina holding. Brazil gets another point, so it's US 12, Brazil 4. Ricky's is away. This is going to be very narrow and short. I hope the cause, I don't think. Still a lot of room to draw. First within 4 feet will get the point here. Trying to play through his own bowl on this hand. He wants to be underneath these 2 bowls, blue bowls on the side. Making it through was fortunate. Might have made it in for shot. But he did it. Jamaica holding 1 now. face now. Just a little short there by Ricky. Robert's holding one. I think he'd be wise to switch hands, play on his forehand, stay away from those three blue bulls. He does have a zone there on the right that you can see that he can push up the red bull on that hand. And his other bull is jack high just behind those. Just to get you, I think those blue bulls, Ricky's, are about 2 feet in front. And the red bull is about a yard, so the jack is just off the screen. As is the shot bull. So that can be good, well, for Robert to play on this hand, which he's doing. Stay away from those. Just put it in a ditch. But it should be one for Jamaica here. We get the confirmation from Robert. There's one, and he's happy with that. I'm going to go on a limb and say it's one. That'll make it 7-4. Brazil-US game. US was holding 2, but this last ball, Brazil drug the jack back, and he could be holding 4 right now and putting US Bill Waltz to the test. Try and see if he can cut this down or take shot. Well, drew a pretty good bull there. I think he might have done it. At the very least, he cut it down. It ain't 4 anymore. He says it's a measure, but I'm sure Bill's saying, yeah, it's mine. Bill would have already given it to him, so. If it wasn't his. All right. Robert's got the one. It's 7-4 here for Jamaica. Some of the other scores, I see 17-2 for Argentina over Jamaica in the women's singles. So that's getting close to the end.
Brazil in the scores, Canada 8-1. And the U.S. over Brazil in the women's scores is 14-0.
Playing well to get a fours game to that score. It's good bowling. All right, nice opener by Robert.
Mary squeeze on the jack.
And there's Ricky trying really hard. Oh, nearly. He wants to know whether he's holding or not. Again, we're having latency issues with the camera, so we made the executive decision to shut down the 2 side views, so we won't have those. But with only a couple players, hopefully we'll be able to keep with this view so you can see better. We're only going to have the problem if we have jacks at the 2-meter marker in the ditch. So hopefully it'll be okay. It's either that or the video is going to be very skipping, which is what we were seeing in the first half hour of the match. So I opted for this as opposed to executive decision, so you can see something a little smooth as opposed to every 10 frames of video. If you're lucky. All right. Measure right now. Robert really should be kind of coming up and through. It's a measure. You really should be coming up and into the head, not coming up a couple yards short. Especially on that hand, it was free. You could have hit that own bowl. He could have hit the jack. He could have hit the bull away. Don't need to be like a few yards short there. I think he's going to stick with the forehand. He's going to try and thread the needle here. Better off maybe doing a clean draw. Unless he thought he could come all the way around and present his own. It is. Robert's going to go and have a look. I think next door the measure went Brazil's way. I think the women's fours match, nice ball there. Brazil next door, and then another Brazil. They took a jack into the ditch. That's all the Brazilians happy all over the green. Why, thank you, Claire.
Claire apparently just drove home this morning from SoCal to Sun City, Arizona.
She was here rooting on the ladies' pairs. Here's Robert. I think playing the correct hand. Nice and positive here would be good. Get a little touch on the jack. A nice draw. Yeah, it's a nice bowl. There you go, Robert. Good bowl there. Well played. Should make, and then even, because he's got the catcher there and there's a measure before, a little drag, it's got to be 2 now. It'd shock me if it wasn't 2 for him. The upside for Ricky is he does have the best bag, so he could. Again, you see the danger. Because he has those 2 short balls, it's not helping him. If those were like 2 yards behind, then look at the opportunities he'd have. But as it is, all he can do is trying to redirect off of it. He could fire at it if he wanted to on his backhand and kind of come through the pile if he wants. See if he can promote his own. Really needs to just hit that shot bowl with just a yard over, just trying to pop that jack loose and see if he can get to his own. He does want to hit the red ball in front and promote it, is the problem. Or he could do that and hit his own up closer. Yeah, that works. Probably cut it to 1. Might have been the plan even, it's just say, because there isn't really a good draw there, so I might have just been saying, I'm just going to get 1 and eat it, see if I can get it to that. All right, it is just 1. 1 for Jamaica. 8-4 now. Meanwhile, U.S. in the other game has scored to make it 13-5 now. The women's single is 17-5. Brazil or Jamaica. Or Argentina or Jamaica. All right. Robert with the jack here. There's Robert trickling her in. And maybe a couple feet short.
I don't like doing this computer work. It's too much thinking.
Trade. Not a good ball there by Ricky. Might even be out. I think he just on the draw and just probably is all the way out of bounds. Robert just looking to press on his own. Just a touch on his or sliding by. Yeah, that's well done. Nice little touch on his own bowl to make it two, and two pretty close. I think he really needs a good draw here. Better draw by Ricky, but still two for Robert. A little bit of cover on the back, that's okay. He would have preferred to get another one in the head since he's had two good ones. But force Ricky to make a shot, force Ricky to push something behind. Ricky got a nice draw here. Very good here. Great bowl. Great bowl. It slides right behind between the two and right onto the jack. Great bowl by Ricky. Meanwhile, next door, the brawl for the U.S. just got a 4. Make it, or is it 3?
4. It was.
He's saying 4, but Bill's walking up saying maybe it was 3. I don't know. Robert's had a look at it. Bill's walking up to talk to him, so I wonder if he wouldn't be doing it unless something to change. Here's Robert trying to press on his own, get to the bowl with the jack. Just going to slide it by. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. It looked like it was 3, so I don't know why they were thinking it was 4.
Let's see, there was a big measure going on the ladies' 4s over there. And it looks like Brazil won the measure, so it's 1. 1 Brazil.
Ricky trying to add to his own. Pretty safe draw here. Last bowl. Just floated behind. I think he's only going to get 1 here. Yep, it is 1 for Argentina. So that makes it 8-5. We played 11 ends, but we're playing to 21 points here.
The Argentina Jamaica women's single. Argentina's 19 and Jamaica's got 5.
Let's go back to the 2 meters so you can at least get a general idea as to where it is. Well, I'll let you folks decide at home. If you want me to go over and manually move the camera and have it be down, I can. Or we could see everything and try and make an adjustment. but then you lose the first half of the green if you're okay with that. I'm leaning that way. I'm going to go behind and do it for the other rink, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so tomorrow, this is the morning. Tomorrow morning at 8:30, we'll have the men's fours, which will be Canada versus Argentina. We're assuming that's going to be our playoff game tomorrow morning. Looks like our lady singles is done. Argentina, Jamaica. 21 to 5. Yeah, it's not papers in the studio box. It's our shade tint. That sounds like paper.
Alright, I've adjusted one camera and I'll get the other one next end so I don't disturb play. I know you can't see anything, but two pretty close bowls, one for each player right now. Robert's trying to reach to the jack. They didn't quite make it. In fact, I'm going to try and switch it right now.
So, based on the game, the Argentina just clinched the women's singles for World Bowls, so she will be going to World Bowls playing women's singles. Her name is Lucila Vasili. Hope I stayed close to good. Close to right.
Okay, is that better? Well, I think that's better for this end, but I might have to manually move it again. 'Cause I'm literally staring right into the sun and I can't see whether it's good or not from the other end manually, but pretty good for this end. Not going to see much else, though. I'll have to tweak it again. I'll zoom out and see how that goes, if I can. Anyways, Robert with a nice draw here. Look at this bull. Really well done. Is it going to stay? Give it 30 seconds to see if it falls. Well, now it did. I still think it's in. Might be two. Yep. Two for Robert there. Make it at 10 to 5. Jamaica's the first to 10. First to double digits there. see the camera adjustment I made with this one, so hopefully that at least you can see the jack and the T. That's really good there. So I think that's pretty good. I'm going to try and see if I can get the other camera to be look similar to that. So I'll be back in a minute. Adjustment. We'll see if it works when we go the other way. Right now with this one, 3 right now for Robert. And Ricky's 3rd coming. At least to get one in here and cut this down. Up this jack clean. Meanwhile, in the Forest game, camera in the frame with a drive knocked the jack out of bounds, and not just out of bounds, out of the rink. Sideways, not back, sideways. Went into the bushes. I mean, it nearly hit Trisha Kwan 2 rinks over when she was on the mat. Bounced right behind her and then just kept on bouncing.
These guys are pretty strong with their drives. They really go for it.
Robert with another one. Just wants to beat his own. Probably good for 4 right now. Wind is right in the players' faces. It is not bad. It's kind of been all over the place. I haven't seen a direction today, and it's been cold, it's been warm. Ricky's ready. Trying to cut into this. It's narrow. Really needs it to stop. To sail through. Well, cut it to 1 according to the view here. For Robert from Jamaica. He'll extend his lead to 11-5. Nice recovery there by Ricky to cut it to 1. Meanwhile, next door, Brazil has gone on a little run. Now it's the U.S. in the men's singles. U.S. 17, Brazil 10. All right, let's see how this angle works. Still a little high. Again, it's near impossible. I'm staring right into the sun trying to adjust that thing. See where they leave the jack, if it goes all the way back, or we're just going to kind of be half the way. Maybe you'll get lucky and we'll stay in this spot because that looks pretty good. All right, Robert's first. 11-5 lead. A good opener there. Ricky's first. Wade's all right. Again, guys are just struggling with their lineup a little bit. Haven't seen a whole lot on the center line. Kind of from one side to the other.
Update on the ladies' scores: U.S. versus Brazil. U.S. is 17 to. Somebody just stepped in front of it. Just one. Mm-hmm. 17-1 after eight ends.
Little short there by Ricky. Really got to be up through. Can't afford to have bowls that are like 2 yards short. Touching the jack would be nice.
Oh,
great pull there. Yes, well done. Solid 2 here. Ricky's third. Needs to get a piece of this. Needs to hit one of those balls or get to the jack. It's just going to dive underneath, so it's going to still be 2 for Robert.
Men's singles, U.S. and Brazil. U.S. scored one more, so it's 18-10 U.S.
Bill was down 3 for the U.S. and drew with his last bowl to get shot. Now he's 3 away. Sending the U.S. to 2 more bowls. Bill did there, he just proceeded to pitch the jack out of bounds. Might be getting tough to see. I was just standing back there trying to adjust the camera, so you're looking right into the sun here. one of the problems with going in this direction all day is late in the day, and this time you're just right into the sun.
Right. And then you get those long shadows that start forming. Those are tough too.
You might have a second illegal jack in the U.S.-Brazil game. All right, Robert looking to get a third one in. He just wants to slide it underneath these bowls here. Just basically do what he's done in his last one. It's kind of one of the issues I have. I mean, really, I'm a firm believer in trying to stay in the rhythm. And he just had a great bowl, and then Ricky didn't play all that slow and came after his bowl. He should have just stepped on the mat and just tried to do it again. There's really nothing to see there. He came up, walked down, kind of, did a saunter, came up, looked at it, and then he comes up 2.5, 3 yards short. I'd really be better off just playing it up and just doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's
I
a
really
lot.
like trying to do the same thing,
Lots of times visits to the head just aren't necessary.
I mean, if he was, to me, if I was like, my mode was to go after my bowl after the third. If I was just draining my fourth one, fine. But that was kind of all over the place. So now he's giving Ricky an opportunity to try and see if he can cut into this or get shot. Try to hit his zone, which he's done. Just kind of rolled away. So this should be 2 more for Robert here. He'll get to 13 now. And it's 13-5. Playing to 21 ends. 21 points, sorry. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Playing to 21 points. 21 up. Let's see if we got a couple of almost dickies here. He's trying. He's only, we played 14 ends and he's won 5 of them and all only singles. Been kind of a little loose. There's Robert at 13-5 lead. He's 8 points away from winning this thing.
Wind is blowing at 14 miles per hour, according to our weather app.
I think that is a lie.
I think it's blowing harder.
I think
Harder than that.
It may start at that.
Maybe.
And Robert's several yards through here. Leaving the door open for Ricky. He's a couple yards short. Robert again. Better weight on this one. That's pretty good. Pretty good there, holding one. Ricky again needs to press or get by his own. Managed to hit the jack on his way through. Kind of fortunate there. I don't know if that was necessarily the plan. If it was the plan, it's a low percentage plan, but hey, it worked in this case. He's holding one now. Really needs to kind of all the way down and through. Matches the weight kind of his first ball. Just keep that same first weight and just readjust the grass. It's going to be very narrow here. It might go into the neighboring rink. It is going to the neighboring rink, so I'm going to pick it up. Ricky should be just trying the same bull here, if he can. Yeah, just a little short, but it's still holding one.
Canadian men now 15-4 over Brazil in that fourth game, a couple breaks over.
U.S. women are up 17-2 after 9 ends. I think Robert's ready now. Looks like he's ready. Whoa.
Lift off on our tent.
Our tent is starting to lift off the ground again.
Yeah, that's definitely harder than 14 miles per hour.
Air on the tent. Back on the ground again. Should give you an idea of how the wind's blowing. Ricky's trying to get a second one in here now. He's kind of got wrecked a little bit. Doesn't need to get much further. I don't think he's going to get there. Oh, here we go.
Using our monitor. Stuff. Thank you.
You know, don't mind giving you guys the coverage, but we're playing with pain here now. I mean, our tent's just lifted up. It was so heavy, the monitor we have on the desk just blew over into our laps here. But hey, it's one more for Ricky. Makes it 13-6 in this riveting singles match. I think he's now proceeded to pitch the jack out of bounds. So Robert will get his chance to roll the jack. Well, Brazil just got a 3 in the ranch deck door, so it's US 18, Brazil 13.
That's in the men's singles.
Men's singles.
Yeah, they had a lot of measuring going on there.
They were doing a 3-way measure of bowls that were a couple yards away. So, and the Brazilian won both measures 2 against 1. All right, the jack is centered. You can see it. So we started at 3, so 5:15 will be a time limit, so it should be more than 45 minutes of this pain.
I just wondered if we took the shade structure down. Would we
still be all the same.
Yeah, just the glare is going to be too much. We won't be able to see much of it. Ricky, a couple yards short there. That's the door for Robert. Robert's well narrow. Barely stayed in. I'd adjust the camera, but I choose life. Ricky needs to add a couple yards here. And he actually took a yard off. Robert needs to get on his line. Currently 2 for Jamaica. He managed to squeak it in. Nothing within 2 yards. He's going to try again. Really needs to wait here. Could be good if it stays on the green. Wynn's got it now. Wynn has total control of that bowl and throws it right into the ditch. Melanie holding on to one of our tent poles like she's riding the subway. This looks like a good one from Robert. Just drawing around. Well, it's in. I think he's holding 3 right now. Still nothing within a couple of yards. I don't know how loud that is coming through, but the wind is really whipping. Last. Down 3 in the head right now. He's opting to switch hands. A lot of room to draw if he can get his weight right. If he can get this one to stop, it's going to be pretty good. But it just keeps on cruising. I honestly don't know if he cut it down or not. Just kind of sailed by. I mean, it's still a healthy 5 feet through. He was having a look-see. Between the 2 bowls behind. Sorry we can't show it to you. So next door, Bill managed to get a 1 on the last end. He's now crawled to 19-13. So US 19, Brazil 13 in the men's singles. Playing at 21, so 2 more points needed. Yeah, Canada 15 over Brazil 4 in the men's 4s.
They just scored, so there's a change on that.
Yeah, they're just flipping it now to 17 to 4.
17 to 4.
All right, not sure what this is, but all Robert's got to do is get one within a yard and he'll have shot easy. You could also take that last bowl that Ricky's off the green. He'll have a bunch. Doesn't want to touch Ricky's if you can help it. He just wants to slide in there. Yeah, that's well done. Get it to stop. That'd be pretty good. It just keeps on going. I might have done it. We'll see. Pretty good weight there. We'll get Robert to get his hat. Put it on. Saunter down. Let's see what the score is. Bill's throwing a great bowl next door and another solid one. So Bill's holding the match at the moment. Pretty darn close at that. Let's see what the verdict is. I think they've got one out. Don't know if you're having this kind of debate. I don't know why they just don't get a measure and just be done with it. It's going to be hard to do without an ITO. Okay, they're going to measure the second one. Nemo next door, Bill Broadstrom in third for good measure. It's one for Robert. For Jamaica, inches ever closer, making it 14-6.
Brazil just had his own bowl going in.
Yeah, Bill's still holding 3 in the U.S. Brazil game. That's looking like unless Brazil can make something happen with their last bowl, that's going to be over. We already have one final. With Brazil taking down the Jamaica one 21-5. Mr. Bolt for the U.S. has put in a back bowl for good measure. He's holding 3 and has best back. Brazil's single player will have one more shot to try and see if you can cut into that lead to keep that match going. All right, here's Roberts first. Not too bad. Weight's good. Brazil's last bowl slides by, so Bill Broad will take it for Team USA, and that should convince him that should win the match, and then should win the section, qualify the U.S. for World Bowls. Mission accomplished.
Meanwhile, the ladies' fours on the far end. U.S. just scored a couple more. It's 19-2 against Brazil.
Robert trying the same kind of thing. Yeah, another nice bowl there. Holding 2. Both jack high.
Canada and Brazil.
All right, Ricky trying to draw one in, see if he can cut into this. I don't think he's going to get here. I think it's an overcorrection here, so it should be Robert for Jamaica holding 2 at the moment, and he's got a 14-6 lead. He's 7 away from winning this. He might be in his line. He probably should switch over. Yeah, he's going to go to his forehand now. And he's come up very short and narrow. This wind is pretty much in the player's face at the moment. All right, here's Ricky's third. Trying to get it between the 2 and his weight. Not too bad. Pretty close. Great shot there by Ricky. Well done there. Holding 1. Robert's got an interesting choice. He could, if he wants to, he could just try to attack that bowl. Yeah, that's what he's doing, coming on the same hand. But see, I think he's going to be very narrow here. Well, Ricky could just try the same bowl and try and get another point here. He's trying. He's not too far away. He's trying to get away from him. I don't think so. I think it just kept turning. Gonna be sure. It's pretty sure it's 1 for Argentina here. So 14-7 now. Ricky's won 7 of the 17 ends, all ones. And Robert from Jamaica has won 10 ends. And he's got a couple twos in there. Get to 14. So I think I got the word that tomorrow we'll be having a match that will be covered at 8:30 again. And that will be a rematch of a first game that we did between Canada and Argentina men's fours. It should likely be a winner-take-all match. We'll have all the details. You know, a lot of it will depend on plus points, and we're still playing right now. But based on the way it's likely setting up, it's going to be a case of similar to what it was for the women's pairs with the last match we showed. I think if Canada wins it, they'll be through. If they tie, if Argentina wins, they'll be through. Or if it's a tie, Argentina will be through. So that's what we'll be bringing you tomorrow at 8:30. The deciding match for the men's fours. All right, Ricky with a both bowlers with a good shot there. Both within a couple feet, maybe a yard at most. Just then make minor corrections here. I think it's helping them to go a little shorter. I think it's wiser with the wind being this way to try to go shorter. You have a little bit better control. Ricky with a great bowl here. Nice adjustment. Essentially the same weight he played. He just corrected his line, and well done. Should be Robert just be coming through with some positive weight. You can keep the same weight, just correct his line, trying to get Jack a bowl here. Not far away here either. Wonderful shot. Beautiful bowl. Beautiful bowl there. Drag for 2. Put Ricky to the test now. He's, I think, going to switch over on his forehand. Going to become pretty positive through this. See if he can get a piece of that bowl. He's going to hit the outside of that bowl and push it up. Probably, hard to say. Wondering to measure. Hugh's got a better look at it. He says it's still 2 for Robert from Jamaica. Another nice draw. Ball's in. It's probably 3 now. If it was 2 before, it should be 3 now.
Canada with another couple. 17 to 4 out of 11 ends. Fours.
Again, he's going to try the other hand this time, and maybe just a draw or an overdraw. See if he can get a piece of this head. See if he can draw one in here to get shot. Just kind of got wrecked on his own. Well, a free throw here for Robert. Holding 3, he could just match his own bowl from the last and get a 4 spot here. But it's 3 at the moment for him. I think the main thing that Robert wants to do or not do is he doesn't want to touch any of those bowls of Ricky's. He doesn't want to touch any of the Argentina bowls to push him in. Better to stay high. Just try and find if anything, draw between his own 2 bowls on the left there. Because you don't want to be anywhere near that. You want to cut into your 3 that you've already got. And no need to be afraid of it. You can just do the same way that you did before and try and come all the way in for 4. And he's come up short, so should be 3 here. So I think it's like Ricky wants to measure to be sure, but Hughes seemed pretty confident that it was 3 and hadn't been the whole time. It's going to take 2 out and measure the 3rd.
Oh, it's just
I think it's just 2. I think Ricky was right. And he knew what was up. So it's only 2 there. So 16-7. Ricky needs 5. He's got a half hour of time left. 5% on the tablet. Mill's still right in the bus. This is N19 in this match. It's got up to 21 points.
U.S. women just scored another 4 points on their fours match. They're on N13 now. 3-2 over Brazil.
They had a relatively close match with Brazil when they played them earlier, so they really must be feeling it, playing really well.
Yes, it was close.
I mean, they kind of were nip and tuck for a while there, and then kind of paced out and won it by a few. But to be up 21 is, shows that they're playing really well. All right, here's Robert. Going to kind of try and put this one away. Could end it in 2 ends. It's just maybe a foot short with that last one. Ricky really needs to start finding the jack. And this is not helping the cause, being 2.5 yards short with his first hole. I know they're playing right into the wind here, but you just can't have, you're down 9, you just can't be throwing blanks. Robert again, this will be second shot here. Right up against his first. All the flags are basically pegged. 14 miles an hour. Yeah, right. It's got to be at least 40. Yeah. Wind just kind of holding that one back of Ricky, so it's 2 for Robert. He's probably going to switch to his forehand here, stay away from Ricky's. Yep, he has. Really kind of want to match his weight, not get any shorter.
Northwest wind shifting to west-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. There's skies.
I'm not sure where that's happening, and it ain't here. Nope, the tent's getting airborne again. I'm waiting for Mel to... Now it's Pam trying to hold it down. Yeah, Ricky's come up short and hit his own ball in front. He doesn't have anything within 4 feet of the jack. Robert's holding 3, and he's going to come have a look. Now Pam's right in the bus. I'm going to try and lower it down.
Could it help?
You want to go down to 1 peg? Yeah, or no? All right, we're going to try and drop our...
Stop it. Stop. Can it help someone? Okay.
What was that one?
Look, can it help someone?
No, we're fine. Thank you, sir.
You're fine?
Profile on
One from Argentina was offering, can I help in some way? And we're screwed. So there's nothing you could do to help us. We're long gone.
We're helpless. We
All right.
lowered the profile on our tent, so maybe that.
All right, Robert's kind of blazed it a little bit by to kind of put in the back, but he's still holding 3 right now. As soon as this game is over, we're packing it up. It's getting to the point where we're a little bit worried about our team safety. And most of the other games that are going on, you can watch them end by end on the live scoring. That's a little less dangerous. And they're pretty much decided. 2 kind of runaways for Canada and the U.S. going on right now. The singles games are long over. All right, here's Ricky trying to see if he can get one in to cut this down. He's down 3 right now, and all of his bowls have been at least a yard short, most of them 2 to 3 yards short. He really needs to power through this wind and see if he can get it. Oh, just slid by the jack. But he's going to drop 3 here, almost assuredly. He was wrong before, which it shocked me, but so they're going to have a look to see. He seems pretty sure that it's, let's see here. I'm waiting for the official to give us the 3 sign. Yep, it's 3. So that Jamaica 19-7, so any end could be the last one for Robert. He only needs 2 points to put this one away.
With Canada versus Argentina in the men's 4s, and that's going to at this point you think it's going to be game tomorrow. Yes, I'm getting the positive side.
Unless it's a tie, it goes to plus points.
Well, that'll be the match to watch tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time.
Hopefully before the winds kick up.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have this. It's very standard here at Long Beach for the winds to pick up in the afternoon to the early evening. So this is a little extreme, but it's been pretty consistent. And the monitor almost fell in my lap again. And there goes the 10.
Oh, and we lost the camera. Okay. We might have to call this quits.
Well, folks, I'm going to sign off myself here. I'm going to go get the camera. We're not using it. Get those tripods away before that equipment gets damaged. See you all tomorrow, 8:30 a.m.
No, I don't.
Fuerza que hace el
Picture.
viento, Acá se salió el...
All right, we got tripods falling all over the place. We got cameras going down. We got our tent flying over our heads. We got the monitors falling in our lap.
Great day in Long Beach.
And just waiting for the end of this one. We got Robert holding 1. His 3rd bowl to come. There's it his last, and we've got another one that's sitting someplace that I don't see. Looking to get a second here in the head and end our misery. Looks like a really good bull here. Beautiful shot there. Probably two. Yeah, he's got one on the bank. Waiting for Hugh to see if there's any kind of sign he's not showing. All right, here's Ricky. He really needs to cut this down or this could be over. He's trying. God bless him, he's trying. Wynn's got it now. It's right behind him. They're shaking hands. So I think that's going to be two. They'll double check when they get up there. It scares me that Hugh doesn't know. Ricky thinks it might be not two. Let's see. Taking the one out. Yeah, they're shaking hands now. Okay. Hey, we survived. Somehow, some way, we finished. So his final is Jamaica. Robert Simpson from Jamaica, 21. Ricardo Rubinat from Argentina, 7. 21-7. That's more than enough from us here. We're going to pack it up, head for the hills.
Scoring will finish.
But thank you all for watching. We'll be back at 8:30 Pacific time tomorrow for that championship match, essentially, between Canada and Argentina in the men's four. So for Pam Edwards, Jackie Hogan, I'm Scott Roberts. Thanks for watching. So